Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming another camp video. Honestly, this could be one of my last camp videos that I filmed, so I really wanted to dig deep and tell you the truth about working as a camp counselor. If you're new here, I've worked at camp 2 years in a row, last year and then again this year at the same camp, and both times I went with the agency Camp America. Honestly, it's a great experience, but today I want to tell you the truth about camp before you go or before you decide that you want to sign up for it. I actually have a camp playlist on my channel if you want to go and have a look at all of the camp videos. I've shared advice videos, packing videos, shopping videos, money videos, so it's all on there. And if you're interested in doing Camp America, go have a look at that playlist because it is going to settle your mind so much. These kids have a lot. If you're working at a private summer camp, which you probably will be, the kids that go there have a lot. They have a lot of money, they have a lot of stuff. There are always those kids that just don't have as much as other kids. And I know it depends on the age group that you have, but a lot of the time the kids know when they don't have as much stuff as the other kids. Also, in saying that, the kids have a lot, and as an international counselor, it made me feel like I had nothing close to what they had. My American co's had a lot as well. For them, it's just normal life, but yeah, just kind of prepare yourself for these kids having a lot and coming with a lot of stuff. You are these kids' parents or older siblings for 2 months, and at times they will treat you like it. Yes, you have a lot of fun, but it's exhausting for them. And just think about the way that you treated your parents at the ages between like 8 to 13, because that's probably how they're going to treat you. It's no fault of their own, but just think about it. You will get very little off time. If I'm getting into specifics, it's possible that you might only get 30 minutes a day off. At my camp, we had a personal schedule, and so we would have, I think our off periods were either between 40 to 50 minutes, and so you would have one off period every single day, and then sometimes you would have rest hour on or you would have rest hour off. In both my years, I was on off because there were only 2 counselors in our bunk that could actually do rest hour. So I had rest hour every second day, and then also you have OD, which is on duty at night. And so if you just happen to line up accidentally where you've got just one off period and then you've got rest hour on and then you've got OD on, you only got 1 period off all day. That's very rare, but it's possible and it does happen. The days feel long. The weeks feel really short and they go so fast, but the days will go on and on and on. It will feel like it goes forever. I'm just talking about my camp in specifics, but we woke up at 8 a.m. and our curfew was 12 that night. But all the campers were in bed by about 9:30, and so you were working from 8 a.m. till 9:30. That is a big day. The days go on. You're going to get tired and you're going to get moody, and so are your friends, so are your co's, and so are your kids. It was rare to think that anyone was fighting in terms of the friends and the co's because of their tiredness and their moodiness, but just think that you can snap, and that might happen to your friend or your co and probably your kids, because they will get on your nerves sometimes. You love them, but they get tired and moody too, and they're probably going to snap at you and you might snap right back. So just think about that. It's not a holiday and it's not just a job. This is a cultural experience at the end of the day. You're there to learn things and to become more independent and learn things about yourself and grow as a person. It's not just a job. You can't just go there to earn some money. It's so much more than that. You need to be flexible. You need to have a positive attitude. You need to love working with kids, not just tolerate them or like them. You need to love working with kids. You are not there just to hang out with your friends. At the end of the day, your kids are your #1 priority. You cannot just do whatever you want in the bunk, and then as soon as it's time that you can go and be free and do whatever you want, you can't just go and hang out with your friends. For example, we had free time after dinner every single night, and all the kids kind of just hung out with each other from different bunks outside the bunks, usually. And so that's not a time for you to just go over to someone else's bunk or go to the back of the hill where your best friend is and go hang out with them. You need to be watching your kids. You should be hanging out with your kids. You don't get to see your kids. You probably won't get the same bunk again the following year if you do go back. So that's your moment to spend with the kids. So your kids are your #1 priority. Okay, this is a big one and it is not talked about enough, but you are not going to be best friends with everyone, and this is like everything in life. You're not going to get along with everyone, you're not going to be best friends with everyone, and at the end of the day this could be your co's. I don't know anyone that didn't get along with their co's, but they certainly weren't close enough to be called friends. And so just think about, you're gonna have to get on with these people for at least 7 weeks and in front of children, so you might not be best friends with your co's. Luckily enough, this year I was. That might not happen for you. You can't go into it with an attitude that everything's going to be perfect and you're going to be best friends with the people that you live with, because it might not happen. There will most likely be an issue or issues that happen in your bunk. You are living with 2 or 3 other adults, counselors, and then you're also living with, like, we had bunks filled with 8 kids, bunks filled with like 20 kids. There's going to be problems that arise and you need to be prepared to deal with them. It might be between the kids, it might be between the kid and the counselors, it might be between the counselors, but you need to come up with a solution and you need to figure out strategies that's going to help you to get through this, because it's probably going to show up. You can't just hope that it's not going to. You need to think about, what are you going to do if this actually does happen. You are not going to get paid nearly as much as you spend. I filmed an entire video of how much I spent doing Camp America, with the agency fees, the visa, the spending money, everything, and it was way more money than I earned. In my first year I earned $1,800 US, and this year I earned 2,800 or 2,600, somewhere around there. I definitely did not earn more money than I spent. So if you're doing this as an international counselor, you're doing Camp America or an agency like that, you are going to spend way more money than you actually earn. Okay, a big one is it can become too high schooly if you let it. You kind of want to stay away from all of the drama. You have such long days, you want to be able to focus your energy and your time on working with the kids and being a counselor, working with your co's. You don't want to get caught up in all of the drama. It can become really, really dramatic and high schooly if you let it. Goodbyes are hard. I absolutely sobbed when my American co's left. Anyone that was there that day can tell you that, but I was like hyperventilating, crying. Going into it, I was really nervous about the co's that I was gonna get, and I remember everyone, like my supervisors, reassuring me that like I have the best co's, and I was like, yeah, whatever, like everyone says that, but I sobbed so hard. I cried multiple times. I miss my co's genuinely so much. I had 2 American co's and then me, so I didn't have an international co this year, and so it definitely was a different dynamic than it was last year. I don't know, we were just so close this year. I cried so hard. And then again, obviously there's like the goodbyes with all the internationals and everything else like that, but I just found this year was really hard to say goodbye to my American co's. You'll probably spend most of the summer thinking that you're coming back the following year. I wanted to bring this up because a lot of the time people do think that, and then the off season comes around and things happen in the off season. Last year, I thought the whole time I was at camp, I'm definitely coming back. The off season happened, things like popped up, and I thought there's no way I'm going back this year, I can't. And then thankfully I was able to go back, but the whole time this year I was like, yes, I'm definitely coming back next year. Turns out I can't go back next year. Something's popped up, I'm going back to Australia, and I'm not going to be able to go back to camp this year. So the reason that I brought this up is you never know when it's going to be your last summer. Maybe you only did it 1 year and you think you're going to come back as a returner. Trust me, if you do think that, I highly suggest going back as a returner. It's such a different experience. You need to live the summer as if you're not coming back, or you're not going to get everything out of it that you want to get out of it. Trust me. You never know if you're going to go back, so please make the most of your summer. Yeah, that's everything that I have to share with you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really wanted to get into it and share with you the things you might not think about going to camp. And I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I'm just telling you the hard truths of camp. If there's anything else that you want to know, please comment down below and I'll make sure that I reply. Like I said at the start of this video, I have a whole playlist and it talks about even more truths. It gives you some advice, and I just really, really highly suggest watching those videos. I would have loved to have watched videos like that before I left. So I really just wanted to make real in-depth videos that tell the truth. So I hope this helps you. I hope my other videos help you. And if you like this video, make sure that you like it and you subscribe, because I make videos like this all of the time. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.